Okay, so I was just inside getting my run, and another driver was returning from another run to our local, ghetto. And there's this one particular customer in there that we always kind of have a problem with. He has verbally abused at least one other driver. He actually called, and I took the phone call of him complaining about one of our drivers. Basically, he said, "Why does it take that fat F so long to get to my door?" And he's juggling my boxes all around, and I just don't understand why it takes him so long. Of course, here I am, trying to be pleasant on the phone, like, if there's a problem, would you like me to get the manager? Things like that. I'm trying to be pleasant while not understanding exactly what happened, because on the one hand, I always want to stick up for my coworkers first. The one thing about my store is we do have a pretty decent, sense of solidarity as far as, coworkers in the workplace and all that. However, if one of my coworkers is being an ass, they shouldn't be. You still need to provide good customer service and all that stuff. But this guy, I have delivered to him. He actually didn't give me any problems. He went to remind me that my lights were off, which they were, because I kept them off while I was backing away from his front steps. So it's not to blind him, but whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. So just now, my coworker comes in, actually a few runs ago, and said that he had been there. He called 5 times, there was no answer, and then he knocked on the door, there was no answer. Finally, the guy calls him back as he's on his way back to the store. Now, this apartment is not that far away. I mean, it's probably 5 minutes, if that. It's very close to the store. However, it's still a pain in the ass when you're trying to get you're in the groove, you're trying to get deliveries out, and you have to keep returning, and people aren't being cooperative. So, long story short, good. Long story short, he just returned to the store saying that he returned to give this guy his order. The guy was a major dick. Hurried him about counting his change back. Yo, hurry the F up. Give me my change. Hurry the fuck up. Yo, I'm gonna beat your ass if you da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Again, verbally abusing the driver. So, my thing is, why are we still delivering to this bastard? Drivers are people. Drivers are people too. They're not, we're not freaking robots. I mean, what is it about this job, and I'm sure this comes with a lot of customer service, what is it about this and other customer service jobs where people think they can just be as shitty as they want, and there's no... Well, you know why? Because there is no repercussions. There is no, well, I'm sorry, sir, we can't deliver to you anymore because you verbally abused one of our drivers. That's, not even a thing. And it's... I've had situations with customers, with regular customers. And here this brings me back to my, the P word that gets thrown around. A couple of years ago, I was delivering to this house. It was a nice house, way out in the middle, not nowhere, but it was on a street that was lots of nice houses on it, and there were these kids, teenagers, who used to order. So I go there one night, and I had been there probably 20 times before. This one night, they are having a party in the garage. So picture that. I pull up into the driveway. It's a C-shaped driveway, if I recall, and the garage opens right onto the driveway. I pull up, and they have, a fairly big order. I mean, maybe 5 pizzas. I'm not sure. They're feeding the party. Okay, great. And it's a party full of, rich white kids, okay? So, as I'm exchanging money, pizzas, credit cards, whatever, with the one kid who lives there who ordered the pizza, I hear his buddies in the background, like, it starts off quiet, and then they start yelling it. Fuck her in the pussy, fuck her in the pussy. And I'm like, are they talking to me? Like, are they like, why why does the P word have to get thrown around like confetti when I'm delivering pizza? I don't understand it. I think it's crap. And these kids are probably old enough to be their mother. Like, I was rip shit, and I pretty plainly told him that if they want pizza again, they will shut the fuck up. Those were my exact words, because like I said, they were regular customers. But you know what? Like, these are teenagers, and let's just be rude as fuck to the delivery driver. You know, this is like an issue. I mean, sure, it makes for like, oh yeah, I got this story about that time when, no, like, you know, it's traumatic to a point when you have an altercation with a customer, and sometimes people are just rude as fuck, and it's not okay. I don't know. I'm just, again, the point behind what I'm doing with DeliveryDriverStories.com is bringing awareness to this kind of crap. You know, my coworker got threatened that he'd get his ass kicked tonight. Like, and you know what? He's an older guy. I mean, he's tough. Don't get me wrong. He probably would have whooped this dude's ass had it come to fruition. However, you know, he's just a decent dude. He's older. He's been through some shit, and it's like he's just trying to work and do his job. And honestly, he doesn't need it. You know, none of us need it. We a lot of us have families. We have health problems. We have bills. We have you know, dying relatives. We have stressors. We have car problems. We have, you know, all sorts of things that we don't need this crap too when, like, you come to work and this is what you have to deal with. That's my rant. I am almost at my delivery now, so by all means, check out DeliveryDriverStories.com. You may hear some of the same stories on there. You may not, so check that out. And this is Pizza Girl signing off. If you have a story that you'd like us to anonymously feature on the blog, shoot us an email at deliverydriverstories@gmail.com or place your comment below. Any comments below in the form of a story will be considered a submission, and we will post them on the blog.